Let's step through the process of producing a movie that has a quiz attached to it. We can tell that this movie has a quiz attached to it by clicking the small drop-down widget here and selecting the Show Quiz view. Here, we can see that we have one quiz called Tabs Quiz associated with this movie. The quiz appears at the very end of our timeline. So after our user watches our entire movie, they'll be able to take a quiz and we'll be able to assess their comprehension of the rest of the materials. Let's go up to the Produce and Share button and see how to export this project. If we click the drop-down menu, there are a couple of options that we can choose to incorporate a quiz with. Those are Share to Screencast.com, MP4 player with video player up to 480p, and MP4 player with video player up to 720p, or we can create our own custom production settings. The difference here is that for the custom production settings and both of these MP4 settings, we'll create a folder on our local computer that'll have all of the files self-contained inside of them. We can then use those files to upload to our own learning management system or to our own website. Screencast.com will host our video file and host our quiz and simply send us the results via email. Let's go ahead and select the option for MP4 with video player up to 480p. We'll then click the Next button, and we're able to choose how we want the results to our quiz to be reported to us. We can choose to have no quiz reporting at all, so that our quiz is simply self-grading, and our viewers are able to watch our video, click through the quiz, and then get immediate results. But none of those results will be transferred back to us. The next option, Report Quiz Results using SCORM, will allow us to create a SCORM package, which we can then load directly into our learning management system and have those grades reported back to us inside of our gradebook. We'll step through this process in a later movie. For now, let's go ahead and choose the option for Report Quiz Results through email. We can then enter in the email address that we want to receive the quiz results. Now what we will get is an email every time someone completes our quiz at the end of the day that will contain all of the results for that quiz. So we'll simply enter in the email address that we want to receive those results at. And then we'll hit the Tab key and type in the same email address again to confirm that we got it correct. Finally, we can choose how we want our users to be able to identify themselves. If we choose the first option, require viewers to input name and email address, anyone who completes the quiz and submits the results will have to enter that information in so that it's not anonymous. Otherwise, we can check the second box to allow viewers to take the quiz anonymously. That way, we just collect all of the results at the end. This is great if you want to do a survey of results or if you want to know specific information about your users. I'll go ahead and select the option to require users to input their name and email address, and then click the Next button. Finally, we can step through the final output settings. We can change the name of our production file. Here, we want to make sure that we're using a web-friendly name that has no spaces or special characters. We'll type in tabs_quiz. Then, we set the folder where we want our output file to go. We'll go ahead and click the icon here on the right-hand side and navigate to the folder on our computer where we want our files to go. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and select my desktop and then click the Save button. We can then choose if we want to have all of our files contained into one subfolder. This is always a good idea to do, so go ahead and leave this option checked. For post-production options, it's always nice to be able to see the production results and to open up the video immediately so we can see our finished product firsthand. If you want to upload your video directly to your web server, you can select the option to upload video to FTP server, and then you'd be able to enter in some additional information about your FTP server. I'm going to leave this option unchecked for now. Finally, we're given a list of all of the files that are going to be created. Let's go ahead and click the Finish button so that our project renders out. When our project finishes rendering out, our web browser automatically opens up. Here, we can see a warning letting us know that due to some of the local network security features, some features are not quite functional right now, but would be functional once it was uploaded to a final web server. That would be the final submitting of our quiz. Let's go ahead and click the play button and see how our project looks. In this movie, we're going to explore working with tabs in the Firefox web browser. We'll go ahead and pause the video and then we'll navigate around our project by clicking on the Table of Contents link. Let's go ahead and navigate all the way down to the Summary section by double-clicking on it, and then play in order to access our quiz. As soon as the video finishes, we can see there's a pop-up window here that appears that allows us to take the quiz now. We can go ahead and click on the Take Quiz Now button, and then we're taken directly into our quiz. We can answer the questions, such as true, next. We'll select Control and Shift key, and then next. And then we can type in the answer for this last question. We'll type in close. We'll click the button for Submit Answers, and then we'll return back to our main project. If we want to review the answers, we can click on the View Answers button, and we can see the answers for our quiz, and we can see which ones we got right and which ones we got wrong. If this project had been uploaded directly to our web server, or if we had published directly to screencast.com, we would then be given the option to be able to submit our answers and have those answers reported back directly to the email address that we entered in. Let's go ahead and close our browser, and we can see the production results that have a detailed list of all of the files that were created. We can go ahead and review those, and then when we're done, click the Finish button. Now let's minimize Camtasia Studio, and we can see the tabs_quiz folder that was created for us as part of the export. Let's go ahead and double-click on that folder, and now we can see all the contents here. If you wanted to include this entire project in a website, all you would need to do is upload the entire folder to your web server and then link to the tabs_quiz.html file. Being able to produce interactive quizzes using Camtasia Studio is very easy, and you can collect the results from your students. It's a fantastic tool, and I urge you to take advantage of it.